All right, welcome. Let's talk about mastering text processing in Linux. If you are studying for your LPIC-1 or you just want to really boost your command line skills, then you are in exactly the right place. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're staring at a massive log file, a huge CSV, some kind of system data dump, and you need to pull out just one specific piece of information. Just scrolling through it is, well, it's not going to happen.
Okay, so let's dive into our Linux toolbox. Now, what's really cool here is that while these commands are pretty simple on their own, the real magic, the real power, happens when you start chaining them together.
So first up is our precision tool, kind of like a scalpel. It's the cut command. Use this one when you need to be really exact.
It's absolutely perfect for when you have structured data, stuff with delimiters like a CSV file or system files, and you only need to grab certain parts of each line.
Let's break this one down. That -D flag, that tells cut that our delimiter, our separator, is a colon. Then the -F1 flag tells it to grab only the first field from each line. And in the password file, that first field happens to be the username. It's simple, it's precise, and it is incredibly useful.
All right, next up, let's look at two simple but super handy tools that handle combining files and making changes at the character level. I'm talking about paste and tr.
Think of these as two completely different tools for two very different jobs. On one hand, you've got paste, which basically acts like glue. It takes two files and just sticks them together, side by side. On the other hand, tr is our character swapper for quick, direct replacements.
So you can see paste in action right here. Just imagine file1.txt has a list of names and file2.txt has a list of, say, their phone numbers. Well, paste merges them together line by line, creating a single combined output.
And this is just a perfect example of what tr does. It takes that input, hello, and it translates every single lowercase character from A through Z to its uppercase version. And just like that, you get hello. It's fantastic for quick case changes.
Okay, so we've seen the simple tools. Now let's grab the versatile multi-tool from our kit, sed, the stream editor. This is where things get really, really interesting. So sed reads text line by line, right from a file or from a stream of data. It applies whatever commands you give it, and then it just outputs the result. And here's the key part. It does all this without ever changing your original file. It's non-destructive, which makes it super safe and incredibly fast.
You can see here sed's most common job is substitution. That S actually stands for substitute. In this example, sed is going to go through the file and, for each line, it'll replace the first time it finds cake with donuts. This makes it an absolute workhorse for stuff like tweaking configuration files or editing text inside scripts. But here's where it all comes together. The real magic, the real power, happens when we stop using these tools one at a time and start connecting them into what we call a pipeline.
So that one little character, the pipe, is the secret sauce. Think of it like a piece of plumbing. It lets us build these powerful custom commands right on the fly, creating a kind of data assembly line.
So let's walk through a classic workflow. Step 1. You might use a command like grep to search a massive log file for every line that has the word error. Step 2. You pipe that output. Step 3. You could send it to cut to pull out just the timestamp and the error message, throwing away everything else. See how powerful that is?
So let's do a quick review of our new toolbox. We've got cut, our scalpel for precision work. We have paste, which is the glue for combining files. tr is our simple character swap. And sed is our heavy-duty power editor for complex pattern-based changes.
You know, getting a handle on these commands is a huge step in your Linux journey. They turn these tedious manual tasks like cleaning up data or generating a quick report into simple, automated one-line commands. So, the real question is, what are you going to build with them?